Good evening, excuse me. This would be a good evening to you. Let's go. Good evening to the everybody. I wanted to welcome. I was excuse me if I talk this my preface. I was invited to have this talk on here, and I was surprised with it. And it's not. I was surprised to be asked 2 days ago to have. I was invited to have a talk here, and it was an honor for me, and I hope it would get well. And the program, the spontaneous program, was this, what you have usually, I am sometimes invited to hold a speech in an art school or like this. And then this makes other artists also, and they make mostly with tears, so you project your work to the wall in the darkness. And when you are more or less hidden, and this is not a very different thing than to read about this, to look at the magazine. No, if you are hidden and you have only pictures. So I thought to take the monitor, because I had Mr. Mavis, you didn't know.
Where is Mr. Mavis?
Here, and I would ask him afterwards for a cigarette. But this was a declaration. This was a theoretical discourse of my art. And but on this occasion, I think it's not so interesting to talk about my art.
But I think it is necessary.
But I thought also it could be interesting to talk about that, what it is here. And there I found, I thought about this a little bit, this club here. We have a very similar thing in Vienna also, but it's leaded by director of a museum, and this is an artist club for the meet some dance that people come together. But it's made by an instance, and this are the more or less designer evenings. So you have today, nowadays you have the designer museum, they are designed by architects, and so you have also the designer club but the designer asked this club, and as I was told, here you don't have a sheet designer, so you have there's really the artist club in Vienna now. This is created by a sheet designer, and so I thought about this thematic of this club could also be thought, because I wanted to do also a club, but it too much, it would rob me too much energy, too much time, energy. Yes, to be engaged. Energy is such a wrong word, to be engaged,
Can I say something first? Just to have a conversation, because otherwise we'll go on like that. So, it's symbolic for us that you do this because it's support. It's the first thing we do, the first event. It is very, and I categorically say that, it is very important to talk about your work, because you are an artist, and this is a part of the collection. And I actually... No, friends, don't be afraid. Let me just talk about your work, why not?
I'm not afraid. But first it was thought, maybe you could have talked before.
Yeah. It's interesting to point something out. I met friends on several occasions, and we just met like in group shows, and which is usual for artists of, there's a sort of échelon like that. We only meet, and then we say hello, and then we say where are you flying to, and what is your project, but we actually never talk, friends. So this is actually a good opportunity to do it.
Yes, but this was to ask you now, what we want to hear about our private life.
But I mean about the work.
But it's more or less in art direction what's happening here, so let's talk about our art. I thought in the afternoon, I had a show here in the Middelheim, and I usually there are a lot of sculptors who work just for outside, but the circumstances are not so. Where I'm living, you cannot make sculptures for outside and store them and work on and so. It's really voluminous, as you see, and they are not from their studios to keep out. So that means you don't have a practice. You cannot do this at all. If I make little small sculptures, which you can do, you can realize them, and this is a relatively
So I thought
realizable thing.
When we last met, Franz, I met you in Cel Crabeels in Porto, and I think one of the sculptures you made there for Porto is here, no?
Yeah. This sculpture is named Gently Biased. I think you would know it. This was an American artist who died soon after the opening, or just before the opening. I had the next exhibition there in Porto, and I made one sculpture for outside, one of my first 3D sculptures. I had some scenes for outside, and also all these practical scenes.
So why is the sculpture blue? Because you...
No, I have always the problem that if you put colors on a sculpture, for me it's a complete different than to put the color on a two-dimensional thing. So it was difficult. I asked always diverse painters to paint my sculpture at the beginning. Now I do it for myself. But so I used the next thing. What is it called? The Gently Biased statue. This statue of the Gently Biased statue. And this was it. As I went to see his show in this place, he made the same sculpture that I made for this show. This was just a cube, a long cube. but mine was colored, and for Autumn his was not colored, I think, but the same.